Danny Dallas here, a.k.a. Mr. Turn Grandma House to a strip club, and you're tuned in to DJ Snickers and Underground Wicked Radio. And me, I'm about to get my dick sucked while I eat some cold cuts.
All right, look. Yo, what up? This is Cody Manson, representing Trife Life, and right now you're listening to Underground Wicked Radio with DJ Snickers.
I'ma tell it like it is off the rip. You ain't with the shit. You ain't never hit a lick. You be acting like a bitch.
And you can find all my music at Cody Manson on any platform. You can look me up anywhere online. Cody Manson, you're gonna find me.
Quit speaking on my name, you fucking lame. Get off my dick.
Look up Chain Gang 216 on Facebook and plug in with some of my custom artwork. We've sold chains all over the place. We've done a lot of underground stuff.
Yeah, I'm stoned as fuck, but I'm always focused. Shoot you in your face. You try to play me on some hoe shit.
Hit us up, man. Chain Gang, Trife Life, Cody Manson. Yeah, dig. Oh, wait. Shouts out to my boy D's. These nuts.
Well, let me tell you something there, Mean Gene. Hulkamania's running wild, and I'm listening to Underground Wicked Radio, dude. The 24-inch pythons are running wild to DJ Snickers. What you gonna do, brother?
Hi there. Is this thing on? Okay. This is Hank Hill, from Strickland Propane and, King of the Hills. And, I just wanted to tell you that Alamo beer is the goddamn greatest beer on the planet. And I'm always drinking my goddamn Alamo when I'm listening to Underground Wicked Radio with that damn DJ Snickers and yeah, that's it. So make sure you tune in because there's some fine American boys. All right then.
Yo, this is Insane Poetry. You're listening to Underground Wicked Radio with DJ Snickers and DJ Gonzo. What up? You can find me anywhere on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. On the gram, just holla at your boy, Insane Poetry.
This is the Leatherface from Wisconsin, Damian Quinn. Come down with me. And you're listening to Underground Wicked Radio. Shout out to my man DJ Snickers. Snickers, dog, it's like Betty White without the Snickers or something until they eat the Snickers and Damian Quinn do my fucking mind, alright? And let me tell you why. I haven't dabbed yet, bro. I'm sorry. Let me take this dab in the time, bro. I'm apologizing.
And we're live on Underground Wicked Radio with MidSouth Monsta. Starting right out, man. How the hell did you come up with that name?
MidSouth Monsta. So I went through like a lot of different aliases, throughout the years. But what's crazy is, even when I went by other names, my second alias was always MidSouth Monsta. So when I became K Pasa of Latin Flex, which is a group that me and Mexavelli started back in 2019. I was going by K Pasta to MidSouth Monsta, and he kind of suggested, it's kind of a long name, and you don't want to just, you don't do Chicano rap. You don't want to come off like you're just a Chicano rapper, you know what I mean? So like, do something that's gonna kind of stand out a little bit, You do horrorcore a lot, like that's kind of your niche. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I just shortened it and just was like, a MidSouth Monsta for life. I've always kind of been MidSouth Monsta. So MidSouth, the reason that I even came up with the name in the first place is because MidSouth is where the location of Memphis and part of Arkansas and northern Mississippi, that area is referred to a lot as the Mid-South, especially in Memphis. So, yeah.
Memphis, Tennessee, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. I actually lived in Little Rock, Arkansas for a little while.
Oh, yeah. I'm an hour from there right now.
Oh, yeah. I went down to help my buddy move his studio. He makes music, and I went out in the backyard, bro. I'm from upstate New York. I'm out there in fucking shorts and bare feet. Next day, I wake up, my fucking legs are itching. He's like, yeah, they're just chickers. I'm like, what the fuck is chickers? Son of a bitch. Man, I was pouring peroxide on my legs for probably 2 weeks from those fuckers.
Yeah, they suck, man. I've never fucking done one of myself, but I've seen people just go through hell with the chickers and, like, knock on wood and shit. I'm lucky I've never fucking dealt with it.
Oh, you're lucky, bro. I thought he was fucking with me. I was like, bro, I thought he had bed bugs or something at first. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
All right. That's fucking nuts. Man, if you can you tell us about a time when you faced a significant challenge in your music career and how did you overcome that challenge?
I've overcome a lot of challenges as an artist. Wow. I don't know where to start. I guess I had to say one was definitely, and this is just one that's in life. This is a life thing, but it's also like it's something that's affected me as an artist and it's affected me as a human being. And that was, getting sober. I think that getting rid of alcohol in my life was one of the fucking moves that I had to make, or I was going to ruin my career as an artist and ruin my life. Like I think that was the one thing I needed to do. Other than that, shit, dealing with shady fucking promoters,
Mm-hmm.
man. So I got a little story for you. Y'all familiar with Lil White, right?
Oh yeah, I know who Lil White is.
Shout out to Lil White, man. I love that guy. I was doing shows for Lil White in Jelly Roll back 2010, 2011 at the New Daisy Theater in Memphis. And shout out to my boy Miscellaneous, the boss, aka Michael Saywell. He quit doing music. He's an actor now.
Oh no shit.
I wish him the best. He's out there killing it. But Miscellaneous at the time was this is before me and him actually started working together and knowing each other. But Lil White was doing a show for Miscellaneous because he had recently signed Miscellaneous to White Music, and was putting on a mixtape release party. And there was this manager at the time, or promoter, really was what he was. I don't know if I call him a manager, but he was a promoter of some sort for Lil White, and he was the one kind of putting together the show alongside Lil White's manager Party at the time. Anyway, so there's a chance for me to open up for this show and whatnot, and you know how back then they used to have you sell tickets to get your slot.
Yeah, yep.
So, I met them at a sushi bar and shit like that. My mom took me to the sushi bar, I was still a teenager and shit, So I went up there and like met with them and everything. Like, we'll give you the tickets. He gave me the rundown. We'll give you the tickets. You sell the tickets. You bring me the money. You get your slot. Or you sell the tickets. You bring me whatever money you got and the tickets that you have left over, and we'll talk about it depending on how many tickets. So I sold like. I would say about 90% of those tickets were gone, and I only had a few more to sell. And I was slinging them in high school. People were buying them from me like in fucking school. Anyway, I put the money in a fucking drawer in my room, and one day when I'm out, I'm not expecting anything to happen to my shit. Nobody knows where it's at. I come home and the fucking money is all gone.
Fuck.
Mm-mm.
So it's my fucking little brother's homeboy from a couple doors down was the only one there with him. With him, I know my little brother didn't fucking take it because he was crazy, but not that fucking stupid. So me and him got into it. Me and my brother got into it. I was like, "Fuck, what happened to my fucking money, man?" And he's like, "I'm not gonna lie, homeboy was going in your room and messing around your shit." I'm like, "You didn't stop him?" He's like, "He's bigger than me." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Come on, man." So like, I went and confronted this fucking kid, and he denied that he had my money. His mom came out, like it was a whole big scene. And I was like, you know what, fuck this shit. You know what, I'm not gonna have like a fucking street fight in the middle of the goddamn street about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was gonna take my L. So I took my L, went back to the crib, and I called Marco on the phone. And I was like, "Hey, man, you ain't gonna believe this shit. It's like having to tell your dog ate your homework shit to your teacher." You know what I mean? And he didn't buy it, man. He didn't believe me at all. He's just like, all right, well, check it out, man. If you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem and you're not going to be able to perform. And I'm like, I'll get you the money somehow. We went the night of the show. We went and I met him at the door and I told him, look, I ain't got the money and I ain't got the tickets, but I will bring you as many people as I can to come like off the street and will vouch for me. You know what I mean? And he's like, okay, if you can bring me 10 people, then you can perform. I'm like, okay. I found 10, 15, 20 fucking people on Bill Street. And they fucking all came up with me to the door. Each one of them, I kept running back like I was bringing bags. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in that motherfucker like hustling human beings like I'm a fucking human trafficker in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? This motherfucker is like, yeah, let him in. So I'm like, fucking dead. So I'm up in there and I'm like, so when I get to perform, he kind of did like a shake up situation, like, you know, shaking my hand. And, you know, the music's real loud, so it gets in my ear. And I think he's going to tell me, you know, let me know when I'm going to go on. And he just goes, if you ever fuck me again, I'm fucking you up and you are not performing. And matter of fact, you got to pay to even watch the show. Get the fuck out of here.
The
I'm
fuck?
like, yo, when I say, like, it took everything in me not to become a, like, fucking savage in there.
Yeah.
I said, fuck it.
What the fuck venue was this at?
New Daisy Theater. The legendary New Daisy Theater. I love that fucking venue. I don't think it's still shut down. I don't know what's the haps with it right now, but long story short, the fucking there was a gang fight that popped off.
Oh
And
my God.
somebody actually paid for me to stay and watch the fucking show, right? And they had a buffet table because they had a free buffet, like open buffet fucking bar for like a food and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there packing. You know, I'm like, fuck this motherfucker. I'm packing food in my pockets. I'm taking the fucking food. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Pissed off. I see Lil White. I go to him and tell him what happened. He's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, fuck.
Bro,
you know?
Wasn't Force 5 Records at this show?
I don't know if Force 5 Records was at this show.
Because I've heard something about similar to this when I interviewed who's the DRP. He was telling me a story like this. A gang fight broke out in the bar.
Wasn't DRP a part of DRP was a part of in close relation to what's his name? The homeboy.
Chucky, he messes with Chucky Chuck.
Well, Chucky Chuck, but DRP was like kind of affiliated with Industrial Ghetto Metal, IGM.
Yes.
Heath.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, Rhythmic 3. That was the homie, man. I think Rhythmic 3 might have been at that show. DRP might have been at that show. I don't remember. But it was a crazy night. Yeah, it was a gang fight, and the police came in there in a line, like a fucking squad of fucking cops just came in and shut the bitch down. And I'm like, ha, serves you right.
That guy shut down. Fuck yeah. Speaking of Little White Man, did you know he was in the homie Muck Sticky's movie?
Muck Sticky got a movie?
Yeah, bro. I interviewed him about that. This shit's great.
I didn't even know this movie. It sounds like something Muck Sticky would do. I ran into Muck Sticky in an alleyway once. It was weird.
No
That's
shit.
awesome.
Hell yeah. So I was talking to Lizard Man because I've known him forever from Ripley's Believe It or Not. I interviewed him way back in the day. And then I had Muck Sticky on and I was telling him I had interviewed the Lizard Man. He's like, bro, hit up Lizard Man. Let's do a crossover interview. So about 2 months ago, I had the Lizard Man and Muck Sticky on the same interview.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they toured together.
Muck Sticky's very eccentric on stage, but in person he's a little more reserved. He's pretty cool. Yeah. I haven't like had full blown conversations with him or nothing. I remember he was responsible for helping book ICP for the Bang Pow Boom tour.
Yep.
And I've seen him with Taco and the Mofos a couple times, you know, and Lil White's been on a couple of those shows. So Muck Sticky's cool people from, you know, my own brief encounters with the man.
Zebra. I'll have to link you the movie. It's up on YouTube and stuff. Oh, actually, we got to get over to one of your songs. I love this song. You got to remind us too before I play it. What the hell song are you making fun of on this one? It's called Sex Addiction.
Sex a bitch.
Addiction.
Oh, sex addict. Oh, sex addict.
Addict. Oh, there we go.
All right, yeah. So, all right. I'm not really making fun of a song in particular. I was kind of going for like a pop feel, but with like horrorcore sexual elements to like, horror, porn, whatever the fuck Necro calls it. I was kind of going for just that. I don't know. I was kind of like getting in my flow writer bag a little bit with this. So, yeah, I wasn't necessarily like parodying flow writer, but I was kind of parroting
flow rider. That's what it was. Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go over to this song, man. This shit's catchy. I can't wait to put it on the radio. This is MidSouth Monsta, Sex Addiction.
To the half a day, let it time to get a chance to grab that fat. Let me fuck you with my MAGA hat. Beat it like I'm mad at that. Take position of the pussy like you can't have it back. Crazy how you have a man acting like the game ain't the same without having that. I'm addicted to that pussy tonight. In the back of my van, with nobody inside. We gon' roll so long and tomorrow you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No. Tell the post that pussy your Pinterest. Set the ski out the rubber in the backseat to beat my interest. That pussy got me going my interest, so let me invest. Rock that box cause I talk that walk and I beat it all like a socket pop. I lied when I said that I got that guap, but you ain't better call no cops. Gun in your face now, I'm coming on your face now. Pulling your face down to your waist now. I like the way you taste, so I make your heart race now. It was a hard chase down off in the A-town. I'm in the back of my van like a boondock track and the tied up pennies and the tubes all strapped to the floorboard. I'ma make you a hardcore whore. On the road, you my groupie. But back at home, you use me like a vibrator. My tongue rattle. I wanna slut war, fuck a love battle. Brand your ass like fucking cattle. Ride the pony with no saddle. Said ride the pony with no saddle. I'm addicted to that pussy tonight. In the back of my van, with nobody inside. We gon' roll so long and tomorrow you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No. I'm addicted to that pussy tonight. In the back of my van, with nobody inside. We gon' roll so long and tomorrow you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No, you ain't making it home. No.
Bro, I love that song.
Yeah, I forget how much I like that fucking song.
It just makes you want to dance, man. I can't wait to put it on the radio. It's gonna fit right in.
Hell yeah.
So, are you signed to a label? And if you are, man, what label is it? And is there any other artist affiliated?
Yeah, man. Right here, son. Oh, I don't know. Y'all see that right there? Throw that up in there. Great Town Records. You know what I mean? I got the LSP charm with it because, I broke my other fucking necklace. So I got
Fucking
them,
hell up.
rocked together. But you know what I mean? Like, all of the LSP and whatnot. But I'm Great Town Records. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on Great Town. We got a stacked roster full of fucking dope ass artists that are just trying to get their name out. I'm not gonna sit here and name every single one of them because like I know I'm gonna forget somebody and I'm gonna feel like a dick. But if you go and check out Greytown Records, you're gonna find everybody on there. Shout out to Hatchet Love, who is the CEO of Greytown Records, who brought me on and brought all of us together. We're like a fucking family on there, a fucking army. I like to take it as like we're trying to establish ourselves like Master P did No Limit to that type of, everybody wants to use Master P and No Limit as a blueprint, for their label. And I don't blame them because that motherfucker did wonders with No Limit. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm with it.
Oh, we're kind of early yet, but have you ever heard of the artist called The Unforgiven?
I have. I actually saw Unforgiven on here the first time I seen this show.
Dang, I was gonna do them as a video reaction. What about Kincaid?
Kincaid? I've heard of Kincaid. I've never actually heard anything by Kincaid, except for maybe on Bartle House. He's maybe played something, but I'm not as familiar.
This part of the interview, I like to do a reaction from you, listening to another artist, and then give me your opinion of their music. And
I will say also about The Unforgiven is like, I was calling a homeboy at like 3 a.m. in the morning, drunk off my ass when I was like super bad and shit. And I think I mentioned that in the comment section and shit. And I was just trying to rap to people. I was so fucked up and like just I don't know. Like so shout out to Unforgiven for being cool ass fucking folks.
They are, bro. Was it Nevik you called? Because I could see him fucking with you if he did.
I don't quite remember who I called. I just remember it's him saying like it's a blurred memory. Him going, yeah, it's me, so and so from The Unforgiven.
That's fucking great. I think you talked about it a little bit after you saw your comment too in the interview.
Right.
I'm not getting Kincaid to pull up here for some reason.
No.
It's with a K.
Yeah. No.
That's cool that you do reactions for artists, though. Like that helps artists get to know each other too. Like
that's why I do it, man. I want you guys to be able to. Oh, there's no E on it. It's sorry about that, man. It's Kincaid, and if I put in Circus, that'll come up. Oh, while I'm doing this, so there we go. So when you get on stage, man, I like asking artists this question because they understand it. What is that high you get, man, when everyone's bumping out to your music, and how do you come down from that high once you're off stage?
So for me, it's a little different. I'm already like, by the time I get up there, I'm already anxious as fuck because I have anxiety like a motherfucker, 24/7. I'm overstimulated, so it's more of a release for me rather than like I'm nervous. Don't get me wrong, everybody's a little nervous, but it's like therapy because I go up there, I get to release all that pent up anxiety, all that fucking just that shit. Just listen to me right now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to release that shit somehow. And so I get up on the fucking stage and it's like, boom. And then whenever I get good reactions, like crowd reaction, it makes my emotional dick hard to the point where, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling fucking that rush of just like, yeah, this is that fucking love that I want. You know what I mean? It's like all I've ever really wanted was people to love my music. You know what I mean? So.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, so we're going to cut over to Kincaid's music video. It's called Killer in My Eyes. Him and his wife actually made the music video for this. So we'll cover this and we will get your reaction and opinion after. We'll be right back.
All right. So a couple of takeaways from
Do they?
that. I got a couple of takeaways. Number one, the visuals are fucking awesome. I love like when the hook comes in, the chorus part, like it goes into that like abstract art that changes like and shit like that. That's fucking dope. The video itself all together, like even the shots where it's just him, really good. I love how the light during certain parts will turn red for specific emphasis on certain words. And I don't think there's been a more of a vibe from a song about killing a bitch since Another Love Song by ICB.
Oh yeah.
And his wordplay is fucking dope. I love his wordplay and his fucking his bar structure. You know,
Fuck yeah, bro.
He kind of has his own style, man. And you know, I would like to work with that motherfucker. That's cool as shit.
Oh, we can. Yeah, we got to get that going. I'd love to see a song with you two on it. So that fucking brain fart I had earlier, Wickedwood. I see you've got the homie Gravebait on a song. I was actually their very first interview.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! That's fucking compliment right there.
I can't believe how far they've come, bro. Mad respect to them.
Oh,
I want to play this song that you got him on the feature called Airbnb. Man, tell us about this song.
Yeah, man, that's actually a song that man, it was just recently released on Pygmy. And you know, that's my most recent album that dropped on Halloween. But before I had that fucking song in the chamber, man, I just didn't know what to do with it. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna put it on Pygmy. It was originally gonna go on Great Town Assassin 2. But you know, I had so many songs on Great Town Assassin 2, and I was just like, you know, I need to save this for something else. You know, and plus I wanted to make it sound a little better. There were some parts in it that I wanted to get sounding better. And you know, I had that sitting in the fucking vault for the longest, because I'm like all the way back to goddamn. We got the verse from him like 2 or 3 albums ago. So like, yeah. Shout out to Great Bait, and then shout out to the homie Androponics who made the fucking beat. You know, it's a lot of people that don't know who Androponics needs to check out Androponics, because that motherfucker is a beast at what he does, man. Like in all different ways. And he's a fucking genius. And like, I think that people would, you know, if they spent a little time to check his shit out, they'd be like, whoa, what the fuck? Because they're not just going to hear one style. Like, this sounds completely different than shit he's done for Wickedwood. Sounds completely different than the remixes that he does. Sounds completely different than the shit he does live. So shout out to Andrew Connors and Ghost House, you know what I mean?
All right, let's cut over to this song, Airbnb, featuring Gravebait of Wickedwood. We'll be right back.
Turn up at the Echo Lodge. Might have picked a Motel 8 to do my techno drops. Maybe gotten it in at the Holiday Inn. Probably should have stayed at home to get this crunk, but I rented out the B&B to fuck somebody else's stuff up. Hit the mini bar, pour them bottles on the floor, ripping pillows up and pissing on some coats. Turn the music up, call the cavalry. Gravy and them Wickedwoods, they dressed up oh so casually. Them owners might come back home and find some casualties. Practically broke the record at the bed and breakfast. Them acid tablets, that's what's happening. Bitches dancing naked, still tripping my gang with the rage with it. Yeah, get a little bit of that pink and shawty strange with it. In my neck of the woods, I stay wicked. Memphis City mainstay pimpin'. Paint the windows gray tinted. Hey, hey, great town, pay the bills so they with it. Petty waiting on the attack, that petty with a strap, that petty with a match, just cross that map, we turn it B&B into that fucking trap. In the kitchen getting dope from a blondie, gravy getting thrown like zombies, sit with a piece like Gandhi, man, Kini with a martini, acting cocky, I can't hear you. Do you copy? You a little sloppy, MidSouth Monsta in the wicked woods with your motherfucking piggy wood. Try and stop the party after. We fucking up there. Fuck with us and get caught in we fucking up there. Fuck with us get caught
bleeding out on the floor, computing your drink, feeling destruction far from complete. Acting like an addict, snooping in every cupboard cabinet, probably about to check the attic just to see what's right for stashing. Footprints on the ceiling, I'm feeling like I'ma punch the walls, falling down the stairs, I don't care, bitch, I'm about to crawl, moving 20 tabs like I'm mad, like I can't evolve, naked on the roof, screaming out, motherfuck the law, beat in MidSouth, burn it down your whole house, I drank the pickle juice in your fridge, I left the mustard and mayo out, without a doubt, this place was dope, it was called the cops, we gotta roll, it won't be long until we know that the TV gone, the toilet broke.
We fucking up there. Fuck with us and get caught in we fucking up there. Fuck with us get caught in
Remind me not to invite you over if you're going to leave all my compliments out. Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was like, nobody's really got a song about fucking up an Airbnb. That would be fucking funny.
Fuck it. I actually tagged him in. I don't know if you saw it. I tagged you guys in the post, and he shared it. So yeah, I'm gonna add that shit to the radio, definitely. So, man, how do you stay motivated and inspired when you hit a creative block or setback when it comes to making music?
So for one, I'm usually I'm very like neurodivergent. So my brain is always thinking of some crazy shit, to write, thinking of crazy shit that I can do, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like rare that I go into those little blocks of creative, dead ends. But when I do, because it happens once in a while, I read the dictionary.
Oh shit.
And if I don't read the dictionary, I'll watch a documentary. And usually like on ancient, like cultures and stuff like that. Because like my other passion is I want to be an anthropologist. Like I'm big into like I'm autistic as fuck. So like I love like all types of culture and history and theology and stuff like that. So especially like dealing with indigenous cultures here. That's like my main subject, especially my ancestors from Mexico. So like that's what I do, and it'll just give me something to write about. It'll give me something like an idea, like or maybe even a bar or two, and I start with that, and it just turns into something else.
Fuck yeah. You were only out of all the interviews I've done, you're the second artist to say they read a dictionary when they get writer's block. Token Hip Hop said the same thing when I had him on.
Oh yeah.
So man, If you could do an ultimate cipher, let's go with Alive and Dead. What 3 artists would you choose to be on that cipher with you?
You say alive or dead?
Alive or dead, yep.
You said 3 artists?
3 artists, yep.
Damn, that's...
Gets them every time.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna take a minute. Tech Nine.
Hell yeah.
Big Pun. And one more. If it was straight up raw boom bap cipher type shit, I would have to, Tech Nine, Big Pun, and DMX.
Fuck yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be fucking
Oh yeah, that would be. Fuck yeah. Doug, you're the first one to say Big Pun.
You gotta give me one more though. Like a fourth would have to be Chino XL. Like I had to throw Chino XL in that motherfucker too, dog. Like you know what I mean?
Throw who on there?
You said what?
Who would you say would be the 4th artist?
Oh, Chino XL.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, let me see. Did you see the song Tech Nine did with Falling in Reverse? That shit was wild.
Dude, whenever he performed in Little Rock, like last month or so, or it was like 2 months ago, he did like his verse a cappella from that song.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh man, fuck man. I was fucking Ronnie Rocky was fucking here, man. Like fucking
oh yeah.
I love Falling in Reverse, man. I love all types of music and shit. So like metal is one of my favorite genres and the source of genres.
Fuck yeah. That's one of the reasons you like Unforgiven. Then they do that mixed metal and rap. I might do one more. I try to do 2 artists throughout the interview to help promote other artists. So what we got for time? Let's take a couple more questions. And then the last song that we played by you, I want you to choose that one out.
Okay.
All right. So
I had to think about it.
So if you could open up for any artist, mainstream or underground, man, who would it be?
Alive or Dead.
Yes, there we go. Alive or Dead. Yep, there we go.
I'll tell you one alive and one dead. We'll do that one. Alive, opening up for an artist, would have to be Eminem because he's considered the GOAT by most people, and like he's on the top of the fucking, like you can't surpass
Eminem.
rap
Yeah.
success.
Yep.
You can't surpass him. You know what I mean?
No.
And Dead, I would have to say opening up for Selena would be fucking incredible.
Oh yeah. That'd be fucking awesome. All right. Well, I pull this one up. Why don't you take your question then?
I'm doing a different one though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a different one though.
All right, go for it.
What's either the funniest or most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you while performing?
While performing? So on the spot, man. Shit. All right, I'll tell you 2. One, I was performing, and both of them happened at Tom Woods The Float. Shout out to Tom Woods, shout out to Ogre and HMR. Both of these happened at The Float. The Float brings some weird shit out of me when I'm drinking. So anyway, I don't drink no more. 3 months sober, so you won't get any of this out of me no more. But the first situation was performing, and the stage had broke while I was performing because I was jumping up and down, and not only did I break the stage, but during that same performance, over to the side of the stage, the stairs to the stage had broke beforehand. So they're towards like throughout the middle of my set, there's this guy over there drilling and like hammering, trying to get this fucking staircase put back together. And I'm just like, finally I just tell him, hey, can you stop? I'm performing. So like there was that, and then I guess the most embarrassing one was when I got super fucked up. And it's not funny at all. This one, yeah, I mean I can laugh at it to a degree, but it was my wake up call. It's the reason why I quit drinking, and I had a mental fucking breakdown on stage,
Ooh.
and I was like freestyling and all this shit, and like I guess like my words lost me. I couldn't rap anymore, and it just went from me rapping and having a great time to me just bawling my eyes out,
Damn, bro.
telling everybody how much I hated myself and how I don't feel like nobody respects me as an artist. And yeah, it was bad. And a lot of people can like confided in like not confided in me. A lot of people comforted me. You know what I mean? A lot of people were there, like making sure that I was, gonna be okay.
Good.
So yeah, that moment, like it's just monumental to me. To everybody else that was there, to them, it's not as monumental probably because like they see shit like that all the time with people. But for me, like that was my wake up call. Like yeah, that could have like if anybody else that would have been at a non Juggalo event, that could have potentially been like a career ender. You know what I mean?
Yes, it could. No, man, I think Juggalos would understand.
Right.
Shit happens. We don't judge like that, Fucking shit happens.
But yeah, if it was like at a mainstream event, then yeah, it would have been like
Mainstream, yeah, I can see mainstream definitely.
But yeah, but like the Juggalos had my back, man. You know what I mean? They were like, "Man, we get it. We're fucked up too."
Exactly, bro. So, have you ever heard? And sorry, that happened to you, man. That's fucked up. Have you ever heard of Electric Callboy?
Dude, Electric Cowboy is one of those fucking bars that you hear about people going to, but like I never been to one myself. But there's one in Memphis and there's one out here out in Little Rock.
Mm-hmm. This is
And
actually a band called Electric Callboy.
is it really?
Yeah, I want you to react to. I interviewed these guys
Oh,
6 years ago. I lost their radio drop. I just recently got one back from them and put their music back into rotation.
okay. I thought you were talking about the bar. I'm like,
I know what bar you're
I was
talking
like,
about too.
what?
Yeah, there is a bar called Electric Callboy. Actually, finish it that way she knows because she doesn't know about it.
yeah, it's like a little honky tonk joint. It's look like a club for like the the country kids.
Yep.
And,
Oh.
and, like country folks go there and like get turned up and bump out the country rap rock whatever they play. It's like a club for
Yep.
people in the South.
Oh, I can't wait to get your reaction from this. So these guys are from Germany, man. They just we're not gonna say no more. Let's just go to this.
People from Germany and Russia are crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back after that. So what's your opinion, bro?
Wow. Yo. Okay. Okay. Germany, I see you. Yo, that was fresh. It gave me kind of like the videography and like the weirdness of it is obviously like that foreign European style that's kind of popular right now, especially like with Little Big. I don't know if you heard of
Mhm.
him
Oh yeah, I
or
interviewed a little
fucking
big.
yeah, like artists like that or Tommy Cash. But yeah, it's
Hmm.
like that type of vibe, but it's like got mellow element to it. So I fucks with it, man. It's up right up my weird alley. I love weird shit like that.
Oh yeah, bro, you got to check them out. All their videos are like that. They're crazy. All right, so
Yeah.
let's get back to some questions. So what how do you think your style or technique has evolved over time in making music? And have you had any influences in your life that has made you want to change your music?
I think that practicing like I rap damn near every day in some way, shape, or form. Like even if it's just rapping to myself, freestyling, or rapping along with somebody else's shit.
Right.
Um, it's always been kind of like the MC in me is never tired. It's never sleeping. There's been times where my insomnia is so bad that I'm almost like to the point where I'm trying to drift off, and then my brain kicks in and says, and there's a couple bars, and I'm like, I gotta write that down. Like it happens so much. Um, but I think like the technique of my flow has definitely progressed. Um, I used to be offbeat real bad. And it wasn't that I couldn't keep time or couldn't keep, a rhythm.
Hmm.
It's that when my writing process, I would refuse to write to the beat because I would always be writing, and I'm
Uh,
still kind of like that. So instead of writing to the beat, I would just be writing lyrics by themselves. And like when it came down to it, I try to fit all these words in. You know what
into
I
that
mean?
bar. Yep.
Yeah. So like that's one of the problems that I had, but I figured out a way to like kind of make it sound, where it's supposed to sound. And my mixing has gotten a lot better as an engineer. Um, like you can tell from like my old shit comparing it to my new shit, like how much better I've gotten with the mixing, how much I've gotten better with the vocal placement. All of it's gotten tremendously better. And since I've gotten sober, and I keep harping on that, but
Congrats for that, man. Seriously.
I appreciate it. I keep harping on it, but at the same time, it's made that much of an impact. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's a big
That's
accomplishment.
hmm.
do what?
It's a big accomplishment.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it's like a fucking mountain because I've tried to quit multiple times before, and it didn't work out. Like I relapsed at least 4 times
It
before I
happens.
finally, But yeah, it's the fucking uh, the passion just never dies. Even when I was fucked up and intoxicated, passion was still there. It's just better now because I can hear it. I can talk to it. I mean? Like I hear what it's telling me, and I take more time with it too, and I put more work and more effort into it. Right now, I'm taking a break from recording. I'm not going to be recording anything for a couple months. Right now, I'm trying to stack money. I'm working behind the scenes with Great Town Records,
Oh yeah.
doing other shit and interviews and things like that. Um, Eventually, I want to take a trip back to Memphis and try to shoot another movie. And I'm working on my autobiography here soon and a documentary that I'm going to be doing for in the next 5 years. So yeah,
Damn.
I'm in that
Busy.
process.
Um, what is the last song that you want me? Oh wait, before we even do that, I got to get a radio drop. So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you say this is MidSouth Monsta. You're listening to DJ Snickers and DJ Stars on Underground Wicked Radio, and then say links where people can find you and whatever the fuck you else you want to say. This is gonna play before your music in rotation on the radio.
All right, bet.
Go for it.
Yo, what up? This is MidSouth Monsta from Greytown Records, and you're listening to DJ Snickers on the Underground Wicked Radio. You can find me on all platforms at MidSouth Monsta, MidSouthMonsta.
Hell yeah. Perfect, homie.
Yes, sir.
Last song. We'll let you choose this one out.
We're going to do a last song. Damn, this is one of them. You know what? Let's do one that's like, let's do Reality Check. Reality Check. It's kind of like the story of my life.
Hell yeah. Now, how far down is that one on your YouTube?
I'm not sure how far. It's
actually, we'll do this.
Yeah, if you want to type it in.
Yeah, come up a lot quicker. Or YouTube can just be, there it is. First thing that came. I was about to say.
Come on.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Hey, shout out to Precious Juggalo, man. For people that don't know who Precious Juggalo is, he paints the Precious dolls. Do you know what the Precious dolls are?
I've heard of Precious dolls. Never met a Precious doll.
He paints them Juggalo style. And I got Shaggy Two Dope to check out his work when he was live, and I think Shaggy Two Dope is actually ordering one of them from Precious Juggalo. He goes live on YouTube, man. They're dope.
I gotta check it out. That's dope. I want a Precious doll made of MidSouth Monsta.
Hell yeah, there we go, Precious Juggalo. I'll link you up after.
Hell yeah.
This is Reality Check, MidSouth Monsta. We'll be right back after this.
Reality check. A lot of rappers want respect, but this is where shit comes to disconnect. Life from art and art to life it imitates, because the stories that we tell are meant to entertain and demonstrate. I can't speak for every artist, but I tell you my perspective of the market. Horrorcore has been therapeutic for the traumas of my abuse, so don't confuse it. I don't say this shit just for y'all amusement. At one point in my life, I thought I really do it, being on the thin line between a suicide or a school shooting. Found the music to lead to my improvement. The Juggalo world gave me a home. Hip-hop gave me a culture. I was no longer alone. Weight lifted off my shoulders. I ain't never killed a soul, and I hope I never will. And I'm better off mentally than the past 28 years. And yes, I'm still healing from internal fears, but as a man, I release my pain through the tears, and as an artist I released the pain through the cheers. Gangsta rap was the shit to me. I was back and forth between ghetto and suburban symmetry, and the hood taught me to bottle of my emotions, never show them. While if there's a chip on your shoulder, maybe people will leave you alone if your energy colder. Not to mention being the shortest kid in my class, half white and half Hispanic, starting to rap. They would target my ass, so I had to garner a mask. The shit I saw in Memphis know me to violence. Sometimes I replay it in my head and sit in silence, like I had to rewind it and fantasize it. Cause just like both of my parents are harnessed in anger, passed to me for being treated cheap by students, family, and strangers. So in any second I felt I could unload, rocking back and forth, trying not to explode. Wanting to fight, but afraid I do life if I lost any control. I wasn't a gangster, I wasn't a thug, but the ones I was around never really had love. The old heads would look at me in disappointment anytime I bragged about bullshit, petty theft and graffiti tagging, basically foolish. Meanwhile, I thought I should been using some bullets like it was the coolest, cause some of them thugs I wanted to be were the same as my bullies, and idiotic minds would tell you that I was weak inside, but never stepped in my shoes or peeped my mind. See, they were lost and ignorant, trying to prove themselves. Only difference is my auntie taught me how to school myself, and they gave me the freedom to plan for my own, but with little direction from a man in the home. I was
standing alone. My palms bouncing, mama wasn't around, and I was 12, and I hope I had the chance to put a shell through my dome. Shit. Look. Yeah. Now let's take it to 8 or 9 when I was mentally fine. Aside from seeing toxic shit from broken family ties, exposure to drugs and crime. Around the same time, I was molested by my cousins. I say molested, but they was jumping me every time I was coming around and hold me down for fucking and sucking. I prayed for God, but he never showed. I begged my mama, she wouldn't fold. Told me I had to deal with it cause it was her sister's house. So I learned to go to a happy place with my face down on a filthy couch. To this day, they won't admit it and nobody believes it. So the black sheep label, I received it. Years later, I realized I was bi, but into the feminine kind, not attracted to any man, but fell in love with a trans infusion into my mind. But in some way, I always thought different inside, but said it was a sickness inside that being a rape victim twisted a line and triggered a side that wasn't me and had me functioning on feeling alive. But therapy helped carry me to understand the abuse I get. Learn to separate my sexuality from mental confusion quick. Don't say it's a mental illness and there's some truth to it, but what I am is what I am and there's no moving it. And I learned to accept who I am and be me is what I'll do with it, because the hate that was thrown my way in high school, I'm through with it, because I went through with it. Used the noose and tried going through with it, but something brought me back and told me there's no use in it. Be yourself and start using it, and if you commit, they love you and they'll see your improvement quick. And if they hate you, they were never cool with shit. The LGBT movement tried to get me included and involved. Thought another community I could have belonged. In some sense I do, but not as a pawn. But I only believe in two genders and not a defender of sex offenders, and not gonna allow liberal demands to call on the government to stall society with agendas and hypocritical laws, or feed our children with shit that is wrong. My sexuality isn't a badge or a label. It doesn't make me a god, but at the same time I'm a human. It doesn't make me a dog or some subhuman spawn of satanic wrongs. So left and the right both step on the lawn of the motherfucker who don't wanna choose a side and out on fence ride. Let me live my life and leave me alone. If you don't respect me for me with common decency, keep your beliefs to yourself when greeting me. Stop being eagerly waiting to throw leaks at me. Have beef with me for simply being me. I'm trying to keep the peace. As an artist, this shit is somewhat separate but somewhat relatable. Some songs are fables from creative mood, and some songs are what the unstable do. I'ma keep on making music, so maybe you should change your tune, cause from this point on I'm unbreakable. People hold rappers to standards that are debatable. We human beings who we're used to lucid dreams. Only some decide to use the scene to move a scheme, but the real recognize the truth is seen, balancing stories and reality. So if you asking me, you're harassing me, battering my identity, mad at me, saying I'm not real, throwing me under the rapper speech, then you can have your beef, but don't bring those scraps to me. Trying to rap with me, scrap with me, cause I usually casually do this for my sanity and path to be. That's the way it has to be, because if I snap and leave, then I know the ending will be a tragedy. What separates me from having your fans and rappers with passing heat is what I'm learning to look in the mirror and be glad it's me. Now that's how you fucking check reality. If you're gonna internalize shit, you need to look within anyway, motherfucker. I hope healing comes to everybody, man. Just had to get that off my chest. I walk with y'all.
Hell yeah, bro. I actually, while that was playing, I just sent that to my homie, Rocky.
Hell yeah.
Told me he needs to listen to that. So he went by Demon Boy. He did a goth metal band.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to do one more reaction, if you're okay with that, it's your interview.
Yeah, let me I gotta plug my phone in.
And then I'll tell you the story after.
Yeah, not many people heard the song you just played, man. It's one of my deeper songs. I didn't even really promote that fucking song, but I'll tell you one person who heard that song and gave me one of the reactions I wasn't expecting to get. I sent that song to Violent J on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
And he hit me back and was like, he was talking about that song and the song that I did for him, the Violent J tribute, Joe Bruce song. And the reaction I got was crazy. He was just like, I'm fucking touched. And he was like, I'm fucking just flabbergasted. He's like, you're a god on the mic. And that alone, like, and that's not even me, like, just, I'm modestly saying that it's a humbling as fuck to come from somebody I looked up to since I was 12 years old. You know what I mean?
Bro, I hear you. I got radio drops from Violent J and Shaggy Two Dope, and I didn't ask either one of them. They just did it for me.
That's fucking dope, man.
But yeah, there's a reason I sent that to my friend. He retired from doing music. Well, let me play one of his songs for you, and then I'll tell you the story why I sent that to him. I know he's gonna like that song, 1,000%. Oh, it probably helped if I did it. Let me see. Or YouTube's gonna trip and not pull this up. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Let me I was gonna say let me tell another question while we're doing this. But this is the homie Demon Boy. I actually got his comic book too. He did comic books. I got it signed and up on the wall. All right, which one would be good? Hell yeah, I agree with you. What is that? No, I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't showing our streams still. That fucking. Oh, there we go. I was like, wait
I was
a
trying
minute.
to show you something.
Yeah, no, I thought it. That one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do this, and then I'll tell you his story after.
Yeah, I fuck with your Gorilla Gang hat too, bro.
That's Easy 606.
Hell yeah.
Sinister Minded Music. I am their official radio station.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw their shit on
Demon Boy. Oh yeah, in the beginning, Sinister Minded. Yep, that's them. So this is the amazing Demon Boy. Fly on the Wall. We'll be right back after this. All right, I just wanted to give you a taste of that. So I hit him up for an interview last summer, actually the beginning of this summer, and he was looking at where I lived, and he's like, bro, I live near you. So I actually went and I got to hang out with him finally after all these years of knowing him. And he tells us that he had a dilemma. First off, he ended up with corona. He ended up with damaged lungs. Had to quit making music.
Damn.
How old do you think that guy is?
Oh, man. I don't really know. Like, it's hard to tell with face paint and all that. I mean, he dresses like he's from like the '80s, looks very glam rockish the way he's like dressed and everything in that video. Some like a Motley Crue type look. I don't know if he's from the '80s, but he looks like his build and everything looks like a younger dude. You know what I mean? Like maybe in his 30s.
61 years old, bro.
What the fuck?
61. And we're in his place, and he's like, bro, I don't know how to tell you this. He's like, I trust you, I'll tell you this. He's like, I'm bi. He's been in the industry so long that he had to put on a front, and he's like, I don't know how to come out and tell people. And I'm like, bro, just fucking tell them. They're either gonna love you or they're not. And he finally came out and told everyone he's a 61-year-old bodybuilder. Why are we getting back? I'm getting back. But
well, that's dope.
Now he freaking gets in underwear and dances and stuff on videos. But hey, he's happy, man. And I interviewed him about it actually. But yeah, it sucks. He had to quit making music because of fucking corona.
Yeah, man. Like, at that age, I mean, he's obviously in good shape. He bodybuilding and all that shit. But still, you know what I mean? Your organs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how much you work out and whatnot. At a certain age, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. I could never imagine. That's one of my biggest fears is like, dude, my fucking front tooth got knocked the fuck out. Well, it didn't get knocked out. It popped out because I was eating. Because I got fragile fucking teeth.
That sucks.
And I thought, oh God, this better not affect how I rap. So I started rapping instantly. Like there's still blood coming out. And I'm just
God damn, bro. Jesus Christ.
like,
oh hell.
I'm scared like something bad's gonna happen to me where I can't rap anymore.
Yeah, bro. I can't even imagine. And he'd been doing music for 27, 28 years. I do have another question. Can you share a personal habit or routine that helps you make music easier throughout the day? Get some everything.
Like, it's just a routine to like make it easier for me to do, like to write or what?
Just a routine. Let's say I'm gonna go set this keyboard up so later it's ready to go. Just something stupid that wants you to go over and actually make music. Do you have a routine throughout the day?
Not really. I mean, for me, it was more like do it whenever I'm feeling it. Like if I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't doing it. If I was feeling it, I was doing it.
Gotcha.
It's more sporadic for me than planned.
Oh,
like sometimes like I would plan to like. That's why I hated like being in a group sometimes because like don't get me wrong, I loved being in a group, but at the same time like there's time when we'd all get together and we knew we had this one day that we all could get together and make something happen. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
when I was drinking and shit, like it was hard for me because I was hanging out with the homies. I just wanted to party. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
I didn't really take into consideration everybody else's shit. You know what I mean? Like I know they want.
Are you a recovering alcoholic?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So am I. And I don't give a fuck how long, man. It's been. I don't know, 7-8 years for me. I'm 42, and I still fucking crave alcohol. It's the willpower, bro. It's hard.
The first times that I quit, the first couple times, I craved it so bad. That's what led to the relapse. Well, what really led to the relapse was when life got hard again,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't face my demons alone. But since I've like quit officially, like I don't really crave it. I just moved into my first apartment that I've ever owned by myself,
Oh yeah.
and I was staying at my homeboy's house before I moved in here. Shout out to Spade from Great Town Records. It's my brother. Um, I was staying at his house. He likes to drink. He's a rum guy. You know, and I would see him drinking. I would, I was afraid that I would see him and other people drinking, and that I would crave it and relapse.
Mm-hmm.
No, like it didn't even happen. Like I guess the willpower kicked in permanently or something. I don't know what happened, but I don't crave it. Like sometimes, like there'll be little thoughts like, man, maybe this would be easier if I was fucked up. But like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going back. So.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I what made me sober up? Me and my buddy, we started drinking at like 7 a.m. I drank 2 24-packs, so half a bottle of vodka. He was on the floor crying about his dead brother, and I was sober. I shit you not, I fucking drank myself sober. I thought that shit was a myth. It was bad. I should have been in the fucking hospital with alcohol poisoning, but yeah, I was done after that. I went and got help. So, man. Yeah, and I'd never want to go back, man. Fuck, I had the stupid shit I did when I was an alcoholic. But one more question before we hop. Oh, actually, 2 more questions. If you could change anything in the underground music scene, what would it be and why?
Gatekeeping.
Mm.
The fucking gatekeeping is ridiculous. Like we gotta stop this shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm tired of being one of those artists that have to consistently tell motherfuckers that I've been doing this shit now for fucking 18 years.
Damn, bro, hell yeah.
And I'm not where I want to be with it. And that's okay. But my longevity in this shit, I've been around. And haven't been around as long as like some of the OGs. But I have a say in like what the shit used to be like because I experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like I think that I don't think that people like me should be automatically disregarded in the conversation just because we're not a part of a clique.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I hear that.
That is cemented. That we're not, and I love the Violent J, but we're not sucking Violent J's dick per se.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or we're not clicked up and linked up with this big, and a lot of people are probably gonna get pissed if they hear me say this, but I don't give a fuck. I'm sick of sugarcoating it. I'm sick of being the one that's always getting fucking like, I have a short person's complex because I'm like 5'3". You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I already have to make myself known, like, hey, motherfucker, I'm here. You know what I mean? Let you know that I exist. You know what I mean? In this industry. And I've always felt like, like these giants are around me. And I'm like trying to be a part of the conversation. And I'm like, I'm fucking dope. I do this shit. You know what I mean? I know what I'm talking about. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Oh, so cute. He's talking again. Mm-mm. That's how it feels. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so cute. There go MidSouth, giving his opinion. And it's like, come on, man. Like, it's shitty. It makes you feel shitty when you don't get the same respect as some people just because you're not a part of like a clique or you're not cemented by people who are already cemented.
And And you're the second artist I've heard about the height thing. AJ Jordan, the crescendo, had the same problem. We talked about that on his interview.
I
But
haven't heard AJ Jordan's name since 2012, dog.
really,
What
he's
is
still
that?
making he's still making
Really?
music, bro. Yeah,
That's
he
dope.
was. Yeah, I keep in contact with him. That's another one I used to DJ with back in the day on Music Nation.
I used to bump his shit, man. Like I thought he like stopped making music or something. I just didn't see him releasing any more shit for a while. I was like,
Oh,
yes, he does.
fuck yeah, bro. He still has music out. He actually dropped me a couple weeks ago one of his new songs, an inbox. Yeah, just go on YouTube and you can find his new stuff.
All right. Wait, I guess I've been sleeping and just totally like.
But yeah, he's the same height as you, bro. And he says that he feels the same way, that he doesn't get the respect because of his height.
Right, right. I feel like that's weird. It's kind of weird. Like, but yet Ouija can walk into a room and like my homegirl said, he's got big dick energy. Ouija can walk into a fucking room and just fucking everybody's like, it's Ouija. You know what I mean? It's because he's a psychopathic and shit.
How
You know
tall
what I
is
mean?
he? I've never met him in person.
Me and Ouija are the same exact type. Like he came outside of the fucking Outlet Ballroom when I opened up for him. He went outside and came and shook my hand and shit, or dapped up, you know, whatever. And I looked at him and like, we're just eye level. You know what I mean?
No shit.
So we're about 5'3", like together. You know what I mean? Like he's probably about 5'3", maybe an inch smaller, maybe an inch taller. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right, homie. Let's take one more question before we hop off here. Upcoming projects and shows.
So it's gonna be a while, but I'm slowly releasing this project called The Tree, which is going to introduce the next two projects that I'm working on. And it's going to be kind of a 3-piece saga of its own. The Tree is going to introduce new leaves, stronger roots. It's going to be more uplifting, pop oriented, acoustic oriented, you know, indie folk to a degree, somewhere here and there. Not as much rapping. It's kind of like one of those albums that I want to test the waters into a different genre.
Oh yeah.
But I want it to be all positive shit, uplifting shit. You know, everything is the positive side of my mental health. And I'm not doing this album for anybody else. If anybody else gets something out of it, it's awesome. I'm doing it for me. After that, though, is going to be Dead Roots. Dead Roots is all death metal. It's all punk. It's all horrorcore. It's fucking all of the dark aspects, all the hate and anger that I've bottled up in my heart for years of resentment and trauma. And I'm just fucking unleashing that shit on one fucking record. So that's my next couple projects. We got some group projects that are going to be coming up. Gas Mask in the South, that's going to be me and the homie Articulate from Nailbat Records. Shout out to Articulate. Shout out to Nailbat Records, Lost Boy X. Also be doing a super group called Pins of Baphomet, POB, that I've fucked around with before and tried to create the idea. That'll be in the works. It's a great town super group. And then there's another super group that I'm talking to some homies about, Isolated Beings. I'm talking to them about fucking with it. And the homie Sigma, of course, great town. And it's called Don't Trust the Soul. And we're gonna fuck around and do that. Show wise, we're about to take a little turn on a tour attempt. See what we can do as far as that goes. We don't have everything booked up right now. We're still talking about where we want to book, where we want to do this. We're trying to get the funds together. We're gonna actually do like one of the crowd fundraisers or whatever online. if anybody wants to donate to help us, do our tour, that'd be fucking dope. It's not expected, but it's appreciated. We're gonna try to hit whatever cities we can. If anybody wants to book us, you know what I'm saying, hit us up or hit Hatchet Love up. And it's gonna be the Great on Fade tour, and it's gonna be around next summer. It's gonna be summer 2025. Boots Camp. Shout out to Two Boots, Mesa Entertainment. Two Boots is doing a music festival.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Boots Camp. It's gonna be in May.
Is it the same two Whoops from the Whoop What family?
From the what?
The Whoop What family?
Whoop What family? What's that?
I know a two Whoops I interviewed from that group called the Whoop.
Oh, no, not Two Whoops. Two Boots, like a pair of boots.
Two Boots. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Two Boots. Yeah, man. Me and him, like, we have a lot of history together. I was on a Mesa Entertainment before I was on Greytown Records, and he's dope too, man. Check him out. Me and him had a beef for a little bit, petty shit. We're good now. Michael Lawless was the one that squashed that beef. Shout out to Michael Lawless.
Hell yeah. I can't believe he's on LSP now, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah. I got his fucking shirt, the one that Coon made. That Two Boots gave me that shirt right there, the Michael Lawless shirt. Chuckles. You were talking about Chuckles earlier, man.
Yep.
Me and Chuckles were talking about doing like a little group project at some point. Life Now, Die Later. Yeah, man, like, there's a lot of shit that I want to do, man. The comeback is going to be incredible. It's going to be fucking off the chain.
Fuck yeah, bro. So one more question. Did you enjoy your interview, and would you come back?
Hell yeah, man. And I'll definitely come back. Just let me know when. And yeah, I'll definitely come back, man. Like, when it comes to podcasts, I end up being a regular usually. Like, for most podcasts, I end up going on. Shout out to my boy Bartle. Shout out to Replicon Radio. You know what I'm saying? All them guys. Yeah.
They're the homies to Replicon Radio. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. They hosted my album, Greytown Assassin 2 is hosted by Replicon Radio. If you listen to the album, all the skits are throughout there. It's like they're telling the story of the album. It's fucking amazing. It's hella stuff.
Check that out.
Yeah, it's a hella stuff on album, but it's fucking dope.
Any shout outs you want to do before we hop off?
Shout out to you, man, for having me on here for sure. Shout out to Homegirl. What's up? You talked a little bit, but not much.
No. I'm just chilling.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to, everybody, Greytown Records, Hatchet and everybody with Great Sound. Shout out to, everybody that I already shouted out throughout the interview. And, shout out to all the Juggalo fans. Shout out to all people that fuck with my music and support me. Shout out to my co-workers at Burger King.
I saw the music video, bro. I love that. Music you did at fucking Burger King. Yeah, that was dope.
Yes, sir, man. MidSouth Monsta, y'all find me on all fucking streaming platforms. Don't be afraid to check my shit out. Don't be afraid to share it. And don't be afraid to tell me if you don't like it. Hit me up and be like, hey, man, I fucking hate your music. And it's going to hurt my feelings, but I'll be like, hey, at least you listen to it.
I can't imagine.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
So,
All right. We will be back tomorrow with XO Reckless. And then,
that's my boy, Greytown Records. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We'll be on with him tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And then Saturday night at 9 o'clock, we will have Chuckles.
That's a fucking dope lineup, bro. You got yourself. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Hell of a lineup this week. Hell yeah. Man, I want to get Damian Quinn back on, but he fell off the map.
Oh yeah, so that's another thing that's coming up too. I say this last minute for some reason. I'm getting the podcast back. I'm bringing my podcast back. The Monsters here in January, and then with that is going to be Memory Lane. I did an episode of Memory Lane on Damian Quinn and Dark Half, and the aspect of the show is it's a mini docu-series of artists from the underground that a lot of people don't know the history of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing these little docuseries, and it's gotten great responses. I did one on Stir Crazy, and he fucking loved it. So like, I want to keep doing it. I'm gonna bring it back in January. So if anybody has any suggestions of like artists that or anything like that they want me to do for Memory Lane, hit me up and let me know, and I'll get that fucking cracking.
I know a few, man. Oh
Speaking
yeah.
of balls, it's the homie right there, borrow me balls. Borrow.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna hop off here. We'll be back tomorrow night with XO Reckless, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for taking the time out of your day, man, and getting on the interview. I'll be getting your music in the rotation. Everyone have a good night. Underground Wicked Radio out. Sinister Minded Music, official radio. Whoop whoop.
Peace.